Hello everybody. Today I'm starting on a new project and it's something I've had in mind for a couple of weeks now. I've been doing the 52 tags handmade challenge all year and the tags are all on circles and they're quite large, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with them next year, once the thing has all finished. So I've decided to make a book to put them all in. And I want to keep it fairly simple and quick to make. And I thought, well, I'll turn on the camera and record it and see how we go. So I'll show you what I've done so far. They're just scraps left over from doing this part. Now the tags are 2 inches by 4 inches. So they're not big. So I'm thinking I can fit 3 tags on a page. I didn't want the book too wide, otherwise I would have gone 2 across, but I just didn't want it too wide. And so what I have done is I've made a cover, and all that is a manila folder, and I've folded the manila folder. That's how a manila folder normally is. You've got a little lap there, lip there. I did cut it down, and this is 14.5 inches by 10 inches across like that, but it's doubled. And then what I've done for the cover is I've just folded those 2 pieces just to add a little bit more strength. The thing is, once I started playing with this, I was going to sew all the pages in, and then I thought it's going to be a thick book regardless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half now. This is just what I'm thinking right now. Like that. So I'll fold that in half. And what does that make that? So that's just over 4 3/4 inch. If I was to fold that directly in half, how big would that be? That would be 4.5. Is that big enough, I'm thinking? Now I can add a bit. So for the cover, I'm just going to cut that down. I will have to reinforce it a bit though, because of the way I've already cut this. Because I've got pages already cut, and if I fold that over, they won't fit inside. So I am going to cut that. That's right, isn't it? Making sure I've got the right crease here. That one there. Okay. So I want 2 cover pieces, and they need to be a little bit wider than each page. Each page I've made is about 4 1/4 inches. Okay, so I have 1 strip of fabric. For that, so okay, because I was going to do it as a book, so now I have to trim up my fabric to make it a little bit different. So bear with me a moment. Like I said, I haven't put a lot of effort, a lot of thought into this. I'm sort of just doing it as I go. Oops. all right? Okay, so that's one and that's the other. There's all my bits. And this I'm using is the muslin that I got from Crafty Me shop. So that's my end page. That just gives me an idea. There'll be 2 tags on the end page, and I'll put the end or something like that. And that will go over like that. But I do want to reinforce that little bit there. Although, what I could do is just flip it like that, because I want the spine part to be stronger than the outer edge. So that might work like that. And I will be joining it with rings. So I'm still going to use rings, but it will be in a different way. So I've got my front, my back, and this will be my front. I might just fold that the other way, just in case that writing is visible. We don't want to see the writing through the fabric. So that will be the front cover there. Like that. And that will be the outer edge. And we'll do the same in here. I'll just fold it the opposite way like that. And I want that part, the stronger part, on the spine. Like that. I was going to do all the book in the muslin, but it takes a lot of fabric, so I decided not to keep it for some other projects as well, and just do the front and the back cover. So that's how that will go. And then each of the pages are done like this, and I used an old sheet that I found thrifting. It was a lovely sheet. You could feel that it had not been used. You know how they have that crisp look? So I've washed it up, and or if it was used, very little, but it's such a pretty pattern. I have my pages, and they all measure 14.5 inches by 10 inches. And I need to, is it? No, 14. Oh, see, now I'm really confused. Let me measure them for you. They all measure 13 inches by 8, almost 8.5. Probably meant to be 8.5. So let me write that down so I don't forget it again. So pages, I'll start on this side here. Pages, 8.5 inches by, say 13 by 13 inches. And I'll tell you how many pages I made. So they're going to be front, you know, they're going to be double-sided. So I've ripped the fabric so that I can put that on and sew it on like that. So it's going to cover all the sizes and add a little bit of strength and some, you know, a decorative back for them. And they're all done like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages for the inside, and then the front and back cover, which will each hold 2 tags each. Okay, so now what I thought I would do is, I think I'm just going to zigzag around it on the sewing machine. Yeah, that would be a good place to start. zigzag it around on the sewing machine. So let's just clip them so they stay where I want them. Like that. And then I've left it so there's a little gap on this side so I can, I think I'll cut that so it's not got that bent look to it. And I'll go ahead and do this. Alright, so it overlaps just a little bit, like that and that. Look, doesn't have to be perfect, it's just somewhere to put them and keep them nice and something that I can refer back to. But they're not just sort of sat there getting in my way or getting all dusty on a shelf somewhere, you know. So I'll do that and I will zigzag all the way around the edge. Will I? About the middle there. Is that going to be able to be on a ring opening? I suppose it will. Huh. Now I don't know. Now I don't know. I'm sure it will. It only has to open like that. Yeah, of course it will. Okay. And I may stitch down the center as well, we'll see. But I'll be back in a moment. I'll go ahead and do that for all of those. I will also just stitch around the covers as well, and then I'll be back. So that has all been stitched now. On the front cover I did a straight stitch all the way around like that. And then I've zigzagged just around the edge of the larger page like that. And now I've just folded over a piece of manila folder. That's the size of my tags. I could have made it a bit longer and had 2 tags next to each other, but I didn't. So, and that's okay. Because I do want them to be showcased rather than crammed in. So I can either have my tags like that, going down the center, or I could offset them and have one like that, and then one like that over in that side. And I kind of like that idea. It also shows the fabric off a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is... But if I do that like that, on the other side it will be in the same place. I'm just trying to figure out a way to keep the bulk down a little bit. So I will do the opposite there, rather than having it a mirror image. Rather than having a tag there and a tag over there, I'll just have one there, one there. So when it closes, it won't double the bulk. I think that's what I'll do. That might work out good. So when you have your tag, you're going to have a hole there like that. So it means you're going to have like something to go through the hole and hold it in place. Now that could be, you know, that could be a number of things, but it has to be 52 of them. So you don't want to be using anything too fancy because you need 52 of them, and that could cost you quite a bit of money. So I'm thinking a little bit of ribbon or something that I can use and tie through the hole. I had a bit of ribbon floating around. Okay, not this particular one, this one I just saw it had on my desk. So if that ribbon was attached to the page like that, that has a hole in it. Let's just punch that hole because it's going to have one anyway. So we'll just punch a hole. So when that's on there, that will come through. That'll be attached. So that will be like that. And then I can tie it on like that. So I have one like that, one over here, and then one over here apart across from it. Could start on that side because that's such a pretty flower and have that one there. That might be a good idea. I think that's what we'll do. I just have to find ribbon. Now the ribbons do not have to be all the same. They don't have to be all the same colour, so that's a good thing. And you could even use the kinds of ribbons that you may not use all the time, you know, the colours that you may not use all the time. So I'm going to go and have a look around and find some ribbons. And when I do it, I will also have to like place that there like that. Hold that there because I need it to be quite high, and I'm going to have to push a pin through so I know where to put the one on the next side, so that when I sew them on, I can sew them on together, or I could just glue them on, but I think I'd prefer to just do a quick stitch over them so they're nice and secure. Yeah, and that way I know that will be in the right place to attach it. And it doesn't have to be tied in a bow, it can just be tied like that, you know, but twice. So, okay, I'm going to go and have a look for some ribbons now. And they all turned out quite nicely. I'm liking the way it's looking, so I'll go find some ribbons. I have found this roll of ribbon, and I must have picked this up at the op shop at some stage, because it has no brand type thing on it or anything like that. But there's a lot of it, and it also goes with the pretty ribbons in the fabric. So I think I'll use that, and because there's a lot of it, I should be able to use it all the way through, but you don't have to. It's not so big that it's going to compete with the tags, which is what I wanted. And also, it doesn't fray too easily, which is a good thing as well. And especially like if I just cut the little ends on an angle, it should be fine. Now I just need to figure out exactly how big I might want them. It threads through very nicely. So for a good, I'll just see how much we will need to make it easy to tie them on. So I don't mind it hanging out the top of the book at all. I think that'll look quite nice. Like that. It doesn't have to though. You could have it, you know, pushed to the side or anything like that. Anyway, I don't want it any shorter than that. So let's take that off. And I'll just measure and see how much that is. Did about 6.5 inches. So So I need 52 of those. But like I said, you don't have to have them all the same colour. If you don't have, like, I'm hoping I can get 52 out of here. I would think I would. And it's just a matter of getting one and cutting them like that. Like, I would like to have used pins and things like that, but I don't, there's a lot of them, and I don't want to be using all my pins and things on the tags. Now, the next thing to do, and they don't have to be exactly the same, of course. The next thing, of course, I need to do is work out how I will. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so we'll keep one of those over there so I know how long to cut it. But now I want to, where's my tag? I don't want it too close to the edge because some of the tags have bits coming out. I do want it quite high up on the page though, so I can fit them all on. Let me just get a pin and put it through. No, that's not where I want it. I want it above the tag. I want to stitch it above the tag, so I want it there. So I put that there like that. Okay. That way I can do the same on the other side. I can just put the needle through. And what I might do actually is I have a pen, and you could use a bit of just tacky glue or something like this. This is a little fabric glue pen. I forget I've got this. And I can just put a bit of that there and put that on there, and that will hold that in position. And I can do the same here. If I go like that, I'll be able to see where that pin was. Put a bit of glue there. Oh, a bit too much. And do that. Then all I have to do is run a straight stitch backwards and forwards a couple of times on that, and it will get both of them. And then so that will kind of go like there. So I need another one about here, like that. So if I just use that like that, that one will go there, and then this one will go like about there, keeping it in line, I think. Like that and like that. So let's have a look. And I'm just gluing it about halfway down. Like that. And to find it on the other side, just once again put your pins through like that. There and there. There. Oh no, that was meant for oh dear. That one and that one there. Okay, so we have that page. We've got 6 attached. So maybe I'll go and I'll sew those on now and see how they work before continuing on and doing the rest of the book. And of course, because that one's there, I'm not going to do it over there. I'm going to do it there and there and there. Yeah, I think so, just to save on a bit of bulk. So I'll sew that and then I'll be back. Okay, just put my fabric scissors away and the big ones away. I end up with so many. So I've sewn those on. Let's just have a look. And it's just like a double back stitch. That's how I've stitched them on. It's not that they're going to get a lot of wear and tear or anything like that, but they do need to be held in place. I mean, you could just use a bit of fabric glue if you really wanted to. There we go. So let's have a look. So if I wanted to just put a tag here, I would just do that. And I won't be bowing it, I'll just be knotting it. Like that. And I think that will do a good job of holding them in the book. Like that. And that way I can still see the back of the tag where I've written things as well and telling me what the stitches are. Okay, well this is going to be a job, just going through and putting all my little ribbons on. I need to put a couple on the front there as well. So, got that. I will need to put one here and one here. Two on there as well. And on the back as well. Yeah, on the back. And I may, like on there, I was going to write the end on that one. And like on the cover, I suppose it will, maybe I'll put 2021 or something. But I may put a little pocket in the center here with a note describing the actual challenge, who it was hosted by, you know, and basically the whole idea of it in there, so for future reference. Okay, and you know, I could decorate little bits on this as well. We'll see, that might be fun as well, but I'm going to go ahead and sew ribbons on now. I'm back and I have stitched all the ribbons on, apart from inside and out, and you know, the inside front cover and the inside back cover. I haven't stitched those on yet. I didn't have quite enough of blue ribbons to do the entire book, so I did a couple of double pages with this. It's a nylon lace, and that was sent to me by Ivy. So I've used that here because that'll be easy to tie as well. Now I'm just looking at the spine. 3 rings or 3 holes for rings, but I'm worried that, see, if a tag sits there, is the ring going to kick it out too much? Or should I just use more ribbon to tie it together or something? Maybe not ribbon, but maybe some, you know, cloth of some kind might be an easier solution to rings. And also, maybe I can't do it that way after all, actually, because I can't reinforce the rings, because the pages are like that. How do I put a ring over here? I can't do that. I would have to cut that down there. So I'm thinking maybe I will sew them in after all and have like an extra piece. Maybe it's just some, just an extra piece fitted there. That might be the way to go. I think so. I could do that. and then stitch it to the front and back cover. I could just use some more of this muslin to make a spine to attach all of those to. And it wouldn't have to be I could make them perhaps, see, it's going to be a wide spine, I'd say. There's 5 inserts. Make them half an inch apart. Yeah. So what would that be? 1, 4, 2.5, 3-inch spine. No. Yes. 3-inch spine. Wow. But I knew it would be big. I can try that. Okay, I'll be back. So that's not going to work. And that's simply because the way I've made the cover, I made it have rings on it. So, you know, unless I have like an inside, because I started, see, like that, unless I attach it on the inside. But then I thought of another idea. This is quite strong. This could work. And that is by attaching it in 3 places down like that, having many spines, and then attach it to this and attach it to the back cover. That could hold it. So I'm going to try that. I might as well just use that length, and we'll double it over. I think that will be long enough. Let's have a look first. So that's 4. What did I say? A 3-inch spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's plenty. And I'll just have to stitch them on. Oh my goodness, I make work for myself sometimes. Okay, let's just mark this so I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I only need 3 of them, so we'll do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That, and another piece. Is that the same? Oh, I don't know if that's the same. Is that one? I'm using up my scraps now. I need one just approximate, but would be good if it was about the same, wouldn't it? That could work. There. As long as it holds. Sorry if I'm out of shot. I just need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so so we've got 3. Maybe we'll put that one in the middle. Gosh, I hope I can sew them on all right. Oh, never thought of that. Let's have a look. Oh, that was there. Where was that? That was there. Okay, I see little teeth marks. So let's just I'll just put a little mark there and there and there, some little X's so I can see where I had those. And then that has to be stitched on there. Oh, okay, that's easier now. Oh, is it? Oh, what I'll do is I will flip it over so I can see. And that has to go there like that. Okay. Then the next one will go like that there. So that one there. Let me get some old pins for this. There. And there. Right there. Trying to get it right on that crease. Gosh. There, okay. Approximate, yeah. That. And the second page might be easier and that because I can line it up with this. Where does this one go? Oh, all the way down here. Okay. Sorry if I'm out of shot. It's quite a long project. Whoa, see, I almost got that wrong too. There. Okay. And that will get attached to the cover. And these is where all the other pages will go. So let me see if I can... Well, I'll try that first page first. Okay, let's hope this might work. Problem solving. Of course, you could do all this sewing by hand as well if you wanted to. So that's the outside, like that. That will eventually get stitched to the front cover like that. And we open it up and no hindrance, and then here we go. Now we're going to stitch the next one to there. So open it up, flip it over, and line it up. So there. With my 3 pins that I used. Okay. Like that. That one there. Ow, got myself. Like that. And that one, there like that. And I'm hoping this might just work. I'm sure it will. It's just a tab binding, isn't it? So that it'll end up like that. So you'll have a little gap in it, but that's okay. If I recall, my daughter did something like this for a school assignment. She used all sorts of different bindings for assignments at school years ago. And then once that's sewn on, you flip that one over like that and attach the next one, the next one, and the next one. And so when you open it up, it goes like that, and then you'll have a gap, and it goes like that, and then you'll have another gap. And I think that will probably work well. So I'm going to go and attach all of those, and then I'll be back. They are all stitched together. That's what it looks like. And they're all stitched together now. And so the front will go on there. Now I can either stitch those to the inside, or I can just stitch them to the outside like that. Like that, and then one on the back, of course, and that will be the base made. I'm not sure if I want to attach the covers yet or not, because I kind of wanted to decorate them up a little bit, but I can attach that afterwards anyway. Okay, I can attach that afterwards, and I can attach this now, I guess. I did think I had one extra page, but I didn't, so that's okay. I just need to get these to stitch them on in the same way, but they're slightly bigger, so I just want to line. Oh, okay, they're going to have to be stitched on a little bit differently because they don't open up. So if I line that up like that, that should be fine. Maybe like that. Okay. So I'm going to, if I do that, that will be, that might be a bit too much. Maybe I'll just butt it up. I can always unpick it if it's wrong. And then, so where the sewing line is there, that looks like the way to go. Okay, I'll do that on the front and back, and then I'll be back. So there it is. I'll just show you that way. I've got the front and back covers on, and that's how it will be. Fairly even, and I did stitch the 2 ribbons in the front there and also in the back, so I have room for 52 tags in here. And what I thought I would do was I will go ahead and put all my tags in here, and when I show my last tag of the series, I will show you how the book looks, because I will more than likely you know, decorate the front and the back, and I don't know, I might add a few things. So, well, I will do the covers, because I will do the inside cover as well as the outside cover there as well, and I'll show you the tags. So before I go, I've put them all in. That's not too bad at all, is it? That's not too thick. I thought it was going to be so much thicker than that. It's 2 inches. And looking at how I've done it, I could have fit sticks to a page quite easily. Let me just show you the last page here. See how I've got that there? There's enough room for another one there. Although I think by doing that, you're doubling your thickness, so it would have turned out thicker. They all fit beautifully. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more spaces for the tags. Maybe, like, I feel like I need to fill the gaps in a bit. I know I don't, but I'm thinking, you know, if there's any sort of challenge next year, maybe I'll be able to put it in this book or something, or do something myself and just pop them in there when the time comes. But I will decorate at least the front and show you that when they're all in there, and go through them all. And I probably will stitch like a closure on, not that it really pops open. I really actually like the way it does that, but I will put something there just to, you know, keep it all together and to stop, like you might get little bits coming out, just to help stop that. So I'll stitch one there, nice and wide, and another one on the back, and decorate the front at the very least. So I did, they're folded over, and I kind of want those to, I think, fray a little bit like that. I like that idea, so we'll do that. And I think that's it for this video now. Yep, very happy with that. That's all. At least they have a home now that they're going to keep clean and tidy, and I know exactly where they are. They're not sort of trying to find a spot. You know, if I keep the top of it quite flat with my embellishment, you know, you can stack, can't you? You can stack other things, so it won't be in the way as much as the circles will be in the way. The rings will be in the way. So, okay, take care, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.